Hello students, welcome once again. This is lecture number 6 of the lesson number 2, reproduction in lower and higher animals. Today we'll be dealing with an easy topic relatively, that is reproductive health, birth control, STDs and infertility. Now, what is reproductive health? According to WHO, reproductive health means a total well-being in physical, emotional, behavioral and social aspects in reproduction. That means the people should be having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs. They should be having a normal interaction, emotional, behavioral interaction, everything. And then it is said to be a reproductive healthy society. So how do we achieve this healthy society? The goals of reproductive and healthcare programs which the government launches are what? They are to create awareness among the people about the various aspects related to reproduction, to provide the facilities as well as to support for building up a reproductive healthy society. And also there should be various programs run to reduce the total infertility rate, the infant mortality rate, the newly borns which die out, that is infant mortality rate, or the maternal mortality rate, the newborn, the new mother which is there, she dies mostly after delivery, so that is maternal mortality, so that has to be reduced. The infant mortality rate has to be reduced. So these are the goals of the health programs which are run by the government. How they are achieved now, इनको अचीव कैसे किया जाता है? बहुत सारे स्टेप्स उठाए जाते हैं. जैसे सबसे पहले स्टेप जो है वो है बाय द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ सेक्स एजुकेशन इन schools. Schools must be encouraged to provide correct information to the youngsters, so that they clear all their misconceptions about the sex related aspects. Okay, they should be given information regarding the sexually transmitted diseases, the problems which are related to the adolescents, about the safe and hygienic practices which they should follow. All these are done by introducing the sex education. Then also this can be done with the help of audio-visual aids, the print media which is there, and the various organizations, the NGOs are there, non-government organizations, government organizations. With the help of them, various steps are taken to create awareness regarding these. छोटी छोटी ऑडियो वीडियो क्लिप्स बनाई जाती हैं जो कि सोशल मीडिया पे ऑडियो से, रेडियो से, ये से प्रमोट की जाती हैं. Next is by educating the younger generations about the birth control measures, about the prenatal and postnatal care of the mother and child, the importance of the breastfeeding, ये सब के बारे में भी educate किया जाता है. Then by creating awareness about the problems which are arising due to uncontrolled population, like population explosion से क्या होता है, so इसकी वजह से जो problems आती हैं वो ना आए, so that we take birth control measures. Ban on amniocentesis, that is amniocentesis का role क्या है? Basically to check out the abnormalities in the fetus, but people do it for checking the sex of the fetus, so that should be banned. For child immunization programs के लिए भी awareness, how the vaccines and immunization should be given to the child timely. And also by educating the couples to reduce the mortality rate of newborns as well as the mother's mortality rate. So these are the various ways in which the goals can be achieved and a reproductive healthy society can be developed. Now, what are the birth control measures? Birth control measures can be divided basically into temporary methods and permanent methods. टेम्पररी मेथड्स में भी बहुत सारे मेथड्स हैं. जैसे पहला है नेचुरल मेथड, या उसको हम कहते हैं सेफ पीरियड या रिदम मेथड. Rhythm method, in this we know that there is a cycle of menstrual cycle which is about 28 days. So a week before and a week after menstrual bleeding is considered safe period for the coitus or the sexual intercourse, and the 14th day is the ovulation day. But the drawback in this method is that it has a risk of failure also if the period is not proper and periodic. Second method, temporary method, is coitus interrupts. In this method, the male partner will withdraw his penis just before the ejaculation, and that will be preventing the semen from reaching the cervix. So that is avoiding insemination basically. Then third is chemical means or that third is the lactational amenorrhea. That means lactational means feeding. So as long as the mother is feeding the child, she is not able to conceive. उसके cycles जो period के हैं वो चालू नहीं होते हैं. So that is a temporary method for birth control. Fourth is chemical means or spermicides. नाम ही बता रहा है. Spermicides means killing the sperms or immobilizing the sperms. So in this methods, chemicals like foams, tablets, jellies, creams, they are used by the female partner and before sexual intercourse that is introduced in the vagina so that the sperms die out. Then there is mechanical means या mechanical means को barrier methods भी बोला है. इनको कई वे से these barriers are of different types. जैसा first part बताया है condoms, which is a thin rubber sheet which is very widely used by males, and so this rubber sheet prevents the entry of the semen into the female tract, so that becomes a barrier, the rubber sheet. Similarly to the condoms in females, the diaphragms are used. Again, they are also made up of rubber to cover the cervix here. Here the condoms were used to cover the penis, and here they are used to cover the cervix, and thereby they also block the entry of the sperms. So that is another method, mechanical method. Third method is intrauterine devices. नाम ही बता रहा है intrauterine, uterus के अंदर. So these are plastic or metal devices like the Lippes loop is there, copper T or copper 7 or multi-load etc. They are placed inside the uterus and hence the name intrauterine devices. अब जैसे Lippes loop है, this is the diagram showing the Lippes loop, S shaped है, double S shaped, so that attracts the macrophages. Macrophages क्या करते हैं? They eat up, phagocytosis करते हैं, so they eat up the sperms within the uterine cavity. So this becomes a barrier. Then you have कॉपर रिलीजिंग आईयूडीज, जैसे जो कॉमनली देखा जाता है कॉपर टी बोला जाता है, कॉपर 7 बोला जाता है. तो कॉपर they release the copper and thereby the sperm motility is suppressed, the movement is suppressed, so it is not able to reach the site of fertilization within time. Then there is hormone releasing intrauterine devices, so they make the uterus unsuitable for the implantation and therefore delay the pregnancy. So these are different types of intrauterine devices. Then there are certain physiological or oral devices जो हम tablet form में ले लेते हैं, तो they are called as pills. So it is an oral contraceptive where they contain the hormones progesterone and estrogen and they prevent the ovulation, egg release, and thus the conception is delayed or it does not occur. Other contraceptives apart from these various described above, there is also birth control implant, that is a contraceptive used by female. It is a thin rod implanted under the skin of the upper arm and it prevents pregnancy for 4 years. Actually it is similar to the pills only, but the fact is that it is implanted, so it is the birth implant. This is the diagram showing the Saheli, which is the weekly pill being taken by the females, and it has been approved as the oral contraceptive pill in India by the National Family Planning Program. Permanent methods which are there, these are the vasectomy in males, and in females it is the tubectomy. Vasectomy in males, that means the vas deferences are cut and ligated, and in females it is the fallopian tube which are tied and cut, and so this blocks the gamete transport and they prevent the pregnancy. There is also medical termination of pregnancy which is called as induced abortion, and this is safe only during the first trimester of pregnancy. इसके भी कुछ रूल्स हैं, रेगुलेशंस है, ऐसे किसी की भी इच्छा हो तो वो टर्मिनेट नहीं कर सकता है कभी भी. देयर इज एन एक्ट प्रोवाइडेड देयर, मेडिकल टर्मिनेशन of pregnancy Act 1971, and as per this act only the consent of the woman whose pregnancy is to be terminated is required, and that also that pregnancy can be terminated only within the first 12 weeks or in certain cases more than 12 weeks but then less than 20 weeks. because it has to be seen whether it is harmful to the mother or it is fatal to the mother. So that has been evaluated by the doctor, उसका सर्टिफिकेट ज़रूरी हो जाता है रजिस्टर्ड मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर का, उसका ओपिनियन बहुत ज़रूरी होता है और उसके बाद ही कंसेंट दिया जाता है. एंड जो डिफेक्टिव डेवलपमेंट है जनरली कब दिया जाता है, यदि फीटस का डेवलपमेंट डिफेक्टिव हो, एंड उसको देखा कैसे जाता है, बाय द प्रोसेस कॉल्ड amniocentesis. What is amniocentesis? Amniocentesis is used to see the abnormality in the fetus. It is how it is done. It is the fetal cells are extracted for the genetic analysis. How it is done is a needle is inserted as you can see here, and ये amniotic fluid से कुछ cells को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लिया जाता है, उसको सेंट्रीफ्यूज किया जाता है और वो सेल्स जो सेडिमेंट हो जाते हैं नीचे उसका कैरियोटाप बनाया जाता है और उसमें स्टडी करके समझ जाता है कि कोई अबनॉर्मेलिटी है या नहीं. इफ देयर इज सर्टेन अबनॉर्मेलिटी देन कंसेंट इज गिवन फॉर अबॉर्शन. और इसमें सेक्स भी डिटरमाइन हो जाता है कि मेल है या फीमेल है, इसीलिए इसका मिसयूज किया जाता है amniocentesis का. एंड रादर देन फॉर यूजिंग फॉर द राइट वे, इट इज यूज्ड फॉर killing the female fetus. So that is why it has been banned for misuse, न हो जिससे उसका, इसलिए. Then there is a table given in your text which shows the sexually transmitted diseases, that is STDs जिनको बोला जाता है, and that is the diseases or infections which are transmitted through sexual intercourse, and thereby they are called as sexually transmitted disease. या उनको venereal diseases भी कहा जाता है, VDs, या उनको reproductive tract infection RTI भी बोला जाता है. जनरली जो कॉमन वाले दो हैं वो है सिफिलिस एंड गोनोरोइया. सो ये टेबल है, इसको आप स्टडी कर सकते हैं. सिफिलिस का कॉजेटिव एजेंट जो है वो ट्रिकोनीमा पैलेडियम है, इसका गोनोरोइया है बैक्टीरियल है. इंक्यूबेशन पीरियड यानी जब तक सिम्टम्स नहीं दिखते हैं वो करीब 3 से 4 वीक है सिफिलिस का, और गोनोरोइया का 14 से 21 डेज, मेल फीमेल में सेपरेट होता है. और इन्फेक्शन साइट जो होगा नेचुरली अपना रिप्रोडक्टिव ट्रैक्ट वगैरह इन्फेक्ट होगा. म्यूकस मेम्ब्रेन इन द जेनाइटल एरिया, रेक्टल और ओरल एरिया, दे हैव बीन अफेक्टेड. सो प्राइमरी लीजन्स या घाव हो जाते हैं वहाँ पे, और ये घाव सेक्सुअल आपके साइट ऑफ इन्फेक्शन जो है या जेनाइटेलिया से बढ़ बढ़ के दूसरी जगह भी चले जाते हैं और जॉइंट्स वगैरह में भी इन्फ्लेमेशन करते हैं, स्वेलिंग रेडनेस कॉज करते हैं. सिवियर केसेस में दे कैन लीड टू द पैरालिसिस और चेंजेस which are there in harmful in the heart and the brain. In syphilis, you can be preventing these by having education about the sex practices, about the sexual hygiene, avoiding sex with unknown partners or multiple partners, etc. एंटीबायोटिक्स में पेनिसिलिन जनरली दिया जाता है. गोनोरोइया में आप देखेंगे कि देयर इज आल्सो इन्फेक्शन इन द म्यूकस मेम्ब्रेन्स ऑफ द यूरिनरी ट्रैक्ट, and there is partial blockage of the urethra and the reproductive ducts. मेल में या पेनिस में पस हो जाना वहाँ बोलोगे, या बर्निंग सेंसेशन है. फीमेल्स में स्टेरिलिटी है, आर्थराइटिस हो जाता है, या मदर सफर्स and the child which is born to the affected mother, he suffers or she suffers from certain diseases like monococcal ophthalmia या vulvovaginitis. Itis means inflammation, there is swelling and redness of the vulva as well as the vagina. So these are the various symptoms, and again same thing, you have to give them sex hygiene to prevent this. They should be using condoms during the intercourse, they should be avoiding sex with the unknown partners, and the antibiotics also which has been prescribed is cefixime, and these can be taken to prevent these diseases. So these are about the syphilis and gonorrhea. Next you had the subtopic infertility subunit which is there. What is infertility? It is the incapability to conceive normally after about 1 year of regular uninterrupted या unprotected जिसको हम कहेंगे, without using any barriers. If there is an intercourse and still the couple is not able to conceive, then it is said to be there is some problem and they are facing infertility. कॉमन फिजिकल कॉजेज जो होती हैं पीसीओएस, पॉलीसिस्टिक ओवरी सिंड्रोम जिसको कहते हैं, या ओवरीज के बाहर सिस्ट बन जाना, वो उसको बहुत कॉमन सा हो गया ये आजकल, वो है, या हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस है, एंडोमेट्रियोसिस, जो एंडोमेट्रियम है वो बाहर की तरफ ग्रो हो जाना यूट्रस के, इस तरह से। या मेल्स में यदि हम जाएं देखें तो स्पर्म काउंट लो है उनका, या पेनिस साइज प्रॉपर नहीं है, इसकी वजह से भी इनफर्टिलिटी हो सकती है। बट देन नाउ देयर आर वेरियस असिस्टेड रिप्रोडक्टिव टेक्नोलॉजीज विच हेल्प्स द कपल टू हैव अ चाइल्ड। जैसे पहला एक मेंशन जो किया है वो है IVF, इन विट्रो फर्टिलाइजेशन। So it is a process where fertilization, it is a process of fertilization where an egg is combined with sperm outside the body. इसलिए in vitro, outside the body, in a test tube or in a glass plate also, and thereby forming the zygote under the simulated or maintained conditions. And then the embryo is, once it is formed, then it can be 8-celled embryo. It is further again transferred into the fallopian tube of the mother for the further development. So basically the fertilization which takes place is outside the body. Then you have ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. अब यदि फेलोपियन ट्यूब में ब्लॉकेज हो गया है तो एग को वहां से उठाया जाता है। इट इज एन इनफर्टिलिटी ट्रीटमेंट यूज्ड वेयर देयर इज अ ब्लॉकेज इन द फेलोपियन ट्यूब्स। तो फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा नहीं क्योंकि फेलोपियन ट्यूब के एम्पुलम में फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है। सो एग इज रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम द वुमेन्स ओवरी एंड द स्पर्म एंड द एग अगेन दे आर ब्रॉट आउटसाइड द बॉडी, दे आर फर्टिलाइज्ड एंड देन दिस जाइगोट इज अगेन ट्रांसफर्ड देयर इनटू द फीमेल बॉडी। थर्ड टाइप इज गिफ्ट, गमीट इंट्राफेलोपियन ट्रांसफर। गमीट बता रहा है यहाँ पे यदि ओविडक्ट्स ब्लॉक है तो ओवम को कलेक्ट किया जाता है ओवरी से और वहां के बाद वापस उसको फेलोपियन ट्यूब के वहां पे ट्रांसफर किया जाता है। सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज गिफ्ट, गमीट इंट्राफेलोपियन ट्रांसफर। जनरली जहाँ पे ओविडक्ट्स का एंट्रेंस में प्रॉब्लम आता है तो वहाँ इसीलिए वहाँ से एग निकाल के बाद में उसको इंट्रोड्यूस किया जाता है उस पार्ट में जहाँ की फर्टिलाइजेशन पॉसिबल हो। नेक्स्ट इज ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Here the sperms are injected into the cytoplasm of an ovum where in a lab, and sperm has to naturally penetrate the egg, and then it is called as intracytoplasmic. Cytoplasm किसका है? ovum का, where the sperm is injected. Next is artificial insemination. Artificial insemination occurs generally where there is problem of low sperm count, and this problem is solved by artificially introducing the sperms into the cervix of the female. तो इसको हम कहेंगे artificial insemination. If it is introduced into the uterine cavity a little inside than the cervix, then it is said to be intrauterine insemination. One is artificial and other is again artificial, but then it is intrauterine insemination. So these are another two methods of curing the infertility. Then there is one more term, sperm bank या semen bank भी हम उसको बोलते हैं. So semen is provided by the healthy males and they are called as the sperm donors, and then they are stored in the sperm bank by cryopreservation. That means when there is low temperature. Last but not the least, there is adoption. It is a legal process by which a couple or even a single parent who is mature adult above 25 years of age, he has the legal right to adopt a child and do the upbringing of that adopted child. So that is there. So this was all about the reproductive health, and you can very easily go through all the terms slowly one by one, write down their full forms and learn them. Thank you and have a good day.